welcome to Elevate Voice TV, amplifying voices, inspiring the world. Today on our program, Food and Nutrition, we have a very interesting topic for you. Stay tuned. My name is Rosette and I'm here with...
Attire Elvin.
Yes, so Elvin is going to help us introduce our topic today. Elvin, please give us insight on what our topic is today.
Alright, today we want to talk about consumer education. So when someone talks about consumer education, what comes to your mind? These are the knowledge and skills that are given to the consumers or are provided to consumers to make informed decisions about the products that are going to buy. Because we have many unsafe products on market, and this consumer education can really help us get the very safe products, and it also helps us to know our responsibilities as the consumers and our rights. So we have to talk about what is the importance of consumer education.
Yes, and one of the importances, because one may be wondering, how does consumer education come into food and nutrition? But there's a link, there's a relationship. I don't know if you see it, but it's food and nutrition. And we want to tell you about the importance of knowing your rights as a consumer. We are all consumers. Everyone who eats food, who buys food products, you are a consumer. So this consumer education, the topic today, is going to educate you on your rights as a consumer, your responsibilities, and your roles as a consumer. So I'm going to talk about the importances of consumer education. Why should you know? Why am I here telling you about it? So first of all, consumer education helps prevent foodborne illnesses and food poisoning. It generally provides food safety, because as a consumer, if you know why you're purchasing a certain kind of food and how and where you're getting it from, you will not purchase rotten food, spoiled food, because you're aware. You're not ignorant. Ignorance is bliss, by the way. So you're not ignorant about it, and you know exactly what you're buying, what it's made from, and where it is made. Yes, so it provides food safety in that kind of way. Then if Elvin, you can tell us more.
Yeah, on top of that, it empowers the consumer. Like, what do I mean when I say it empowers the consumer? It enables you to demand for the quality of the product. If you've tested the product and it is really not coming out well, and it is not coming to expectations, then you have a right to report to the people that supply or produce that product to come in and see what they can do for the product. And in case they are not able to change, then you can use the other way of social media and talk about their product, and maybe some associations that are responsible for this can come in.
Yes, then it also encourages a healthier society. In what way? So as a consumer, we're going to look at the roles and responsibilities of consumers, and we shall find out that one of your responsibilities is to read labels, nutrition labels on those food products that you consume, that you buy. So once you read the labels and you find out that the total calories in soda are like, let's say 50 kilocalories, and then you're like, this is not healthy, because according to my daily intake, I'm not supposed to have more than, let's say, 10 kilocalories. So you will in that way keep on regulating on how much soda you take, or how much milk you take, how much ice cream you take, because you've read the food labels and you're aware of the amount of calories or the amount of nutrients in each of those foods you are consuming. Then also we can talk about how it reduces financial loss, because when you are educated about what you are buying, you're going to make wiser decisions in how you spend your money. You are not going to just throw money around. You're not going to buy expired yogurt from a supermarket, and because you don't know what to do with it, you're just going to leave it there, right? So that's wasted money. But when you know that you have a right to take back that yogurt you guys to the supermarket and be refunded, you are spending wisely, you are making wiser decisions, you are getting your money's worth. Yes, to say the least, you are getting your money's worth. Yeah.
So, as a consumer, what's your role? You're supposed to demand for transparency from the suppliers or even the manufacturers. What do I mean? You're supposed to demand for transparency. You should see the expiry dates for those products that you're buying. Or let's say if it is milk, you should make sure that milk has been certified by UNBS. And maybe right now, you can be able to take up that milk because you know it is safe.
Yes, and expanding on the roles, for those who may not know what roles are, a role is what you take up as a consumer. For example, buying, using, and recommending foods. That's your role. As what are your roles? What do you do when you take up buying food? When you take up using? When you recommend? What do you do? So another role of a consumer is of us as consumers is selecting quality and safe products. You're not going to okay. I can give an example of fortified cooking oil. There may be fortified cooking oil and non-fortified cooking oil. Fortification is um, enrichment of, let's say, oil with vitamins, minerals, and other things. So as a consumer, you're not going to see a certain brand of oil that is not fortified with, let's say, vitamin A, and you prefer it to another kind of cooking oil that is fortified. You understand? So your role is to ensure that you get quality products. So you see fortified with vitamin A, not fortified with vitamin A. So of course you will go for the one that is fortified with vitamin A because, as you know, we require vitamin A in our body. Yes.
Yeah, then as a consumer, you also have to hold that business accountable for anything that has happened. For example, you've gone to a butcher and maybe you've bought fake meat. Some people keep meat for a long time, maybe they don't have enough market, and then with time they have to, I don't know if I can say it, give them injections or what. They put in some additives that actually make the meat look red and fresh, but actually when it is not. So you have that right, and it is actually your role to hold the business accountable for that.
Yeah, that is true. And also, to add on the point of meat, there was a time when, there are people who stay around meat factories or sausage processing factories, and you guys, you can be walking around and like, but this place is always smelly, but you will still go ahead and buy food from that place. So your role as a consumer is to hold, like, first knock on those people's doors, like, excuse me, you are not hygienic enough, you are not uh, providing us with safe food. But your role is not to shy away and you be like, oh, we are used to that place, it's always smelly, it's the sausage meat is always rotten, something like that. Then there's also another example of people who used to use formaldehyde to preserve meat and maybe like meat products. Formaldehyde, for those who don't know, is a chemical that is used to preserve dead bodies. So just imagine, guys, you are consuming meat that has been preserved by formaldehyde. What do you think it's going to do to your body? These are things that actually cause cancer, because we are really crying about how everything causes cancer, but you don't know that you may be responsible for the cancer because you are consuming substandard products, you are consuming substandard meat. Then we shall also talk about the rights of a consumer. And rights are like entitlements, what you're entitled to as a consumer, what your protections as a consumer is. So, Elvin, one of the rights.
Yeah, we have the rights. But before the rights, one thing that has made us fail our health as Uganda, as our generation, is because we are not able to stand up and tell these people, you know what, this product is not healthy. Like, we are dying inside, and yet these people are producing products and putting them on market. And that's why we have cancer issues that are actually rising even in young children. So one of the rights is a right to information. You should make sure that product that you're buying is well labeled and you know the ingredients that are there, you know the expiry date before you buy that product, because that brings out actually the foodborne illnesses that we are talking about. If it is flour, it should be stored well and free from aflatoxins, because these are the things that actually bring in the cancer.
Yes, then also as consumers, we have a right to choice or a right to choose. For example, there are people who don't like, no, imagine it was only sweet bread, because there's some of us who don't consume sugar, so we opt for salt bread. So it is our right as consumers to be provided with those options or choices to choose from a variety. That's why there's flavored milk, there's UHT milk, there's also brown bread, there is sweet bread, there's milk bread. So it is our right as consumers to be provided with a right to choose what we would like from a variety of many different options available. Yes, to avoid to create food diversity, like we had already talked about in the earlier programs, but also to prevent monotony, because you're always going to go to the supermarket and you're always purchasing UHT milk, because it's the only milk available. So it is your right as a consumer. You can actually go to that supermarket and demand for it, like you can talk to the manager. We want more, we want a variety of cereals, you want a variety of milk, you want a variety of yogurt. You understand, because it is your right as a consumer.
Then as a consumer, you also have a right to redress. If you've bought a product and maybe this product is not meeting your expectations, or this is an expired product, then you have a right to return it back to where you bought it. I've faced a challenge of sometimes you go to supermarkets and they give you this receipt and they're like, once bought, not returnable. So what advice would I give? If at all you found like this is what the supermarket says, then if you're buying that product, at least do the responsibility of reading the labels before you buy that product. Check for the expiry dates, check for the ingredients, and of course the nutrients that you really want.
But also, to add another point of redress, redress is like the right of a consumer to seek compensation. Yes, you can always seek compensation if your services have not been they have not been provided as desired, So sometimes, of course, it can be a bit hard, like Elvin said, you will purchase something from a supermarket and find out that, oh my god, this is expired, or this is not what I wanted. But then the receipt has goods once sold and not returnable. So as a consumer, sometimes you may be like you may fear to return that thing, but I know there's some people out there who don't fear. Some people it's just courage, but then there's some of us who just be timid and just leave it there. But guys, as a consumer, it is your right to go to the supermarket and seek compensation. You can go to the manager and be like, I bought expired yogurt. Can you explain why you have expired yogurt on your shelf? You can also sue, because at the end of the day, you are going to consume an expired product, or you are going to give it to your children, to your babies, and you will get diseases, food poisoning, illnesses, and it all came from being timid. Or sometimes actually guys just don't read, because sometimes it's also our carelessness. You will just go to the shop, oh yogurt, then you just pick, oh milk, you just pick. So there was an example of a supermarket that was selling expired baby milk. Can you imagine? And of course, it's baby milk. I don't think a mother would taste it that much. So of course, you didn't read the expiry date. You just picked it from the shelf. You're mixing for your baby. You're giving your baby formula. And next thing you know, after like 2 days, the baby is having stomach issues, they're getting sick, they're getting rashes, but you don't know what's going on, only for you to notice that, oh my god, it may be the milk, and then you find out it's the milk. So in that case, it's of course too late to like the damage has already been caused. But then as long as you have proof, you have evidence, you can actually go back to the supermarket and sue them where necessary. If they refuse to take responsibility for those actions, you can actually sue them, because it is your right as a consumer to be compensated where your services have not been provided as expected. Yeah,
I really think that was the worst challenge a parent could meet.
of
Like
course.
you have your baby and look here, this baby can't talk, and now the baby is sick because he or she is taking this formula. It was really a challenge. And then the other right is a right to consumer education. As a consumer, you have that right to be equipped with that knowledge, so that you make informed decisions about the product that you're going to buy.
Yeah, I think that's very explainable.
Yeah.
Like what we are also telling you about, this is also consumer education. So after watching this program, you shouldn't be the same consumer who was timid, who didn't know what's up, who didn't know how to check food labels, who didn't know how to, be a very shrewd person. Be shrewd, be confident, because it is your money at the end of the day, and you should get your money's worth.
Yeah, I usually love it when these companies that make certain products come up with promotions or exhibitions, and they actually show people how to use their products. That is the consumer education we're talking about. I really like it, and it's really a motivation. That actually tells me they're sure of the products that they are supplying.
Yes. Then we can also talk about consumer responsibilities.
Yeah. As a consumer, it's your responsibility. These are the things that you're supposed to do, as you've bought this product. But now, what's your responsibility? You have the responsibility to read those labels, because now the manufacturers or the suppliers have brought that product to market, they have put the ingredients. Sometimes you find maybe it is a product and they're like, it is gluten free, or this product has gluten, and people that are allergic to gluten are not supposed to take it. So what happens, maybe you bought this product and maybe you're allergic to gluten and it has gluten and you've taken it. And I think it is not a problem of the supplier, it is actually a problem because you're not taking up your responsibility of reading those labels. So let's take note of those labels and see the ingredients, expiry dates.
Yeah, then also another responsibility is proper handling of food and storage as well, because imagine you got your milk, it's very safe, the expiry date is far from soon, but then you keep your milk in a hot place, just keep it in a cupboard. Now there, when the milk gets spoiled, now you can't go back and again blame the dairy or the supermarket. Now they will blame you. So as a consumer, it is your responsibility to ensure that whatever food you purchase is stored properly and also kept safely. Keep milk in the fridge, keep perishable goods, butter, keep eggs in a clean, cool place, keep the rice in airtight containers, the posho in airtight containers, keep the Irish in an aerated place, the matoke, like, so whatever food you purchase should be kept and stored properly. And also this also helps to reduce aflatoxins, or aflatoxins are like chemicals that accumulate in poorly stored food. And when they accumulate in poorly stored food, they can cause illnesses, they can cause cancer in the long run. And these aflatoxins are very common in like foods like maize flour, yes, cassava flour, even sweet potatoes, like generally food. So you can, because as a consumer, you wouldn't know really that, okay, some chemicals are entering my food when I saw it badly. But with time, so you wonder, I kept on eating this food, but now I'm getting these issues, and then God forbid you finally have cancer, but you don't know where it all came from, and you're saying, oh my God, I don't eat pork. What else do they say causes cancer? I don't do this, I don't do this. You're not doing all those things the internet is saying, but the little do you know that even the way you store your food affects the body, affects your body. So yes, it's also very important to store our food safely, to prevent those aflatoxins, to make sure the food lasts longer, to increase the shelf life, and so on.
And then to our suppliers that actually have stores for flour, let's really keep the flour in a very good place. Let's protect our consumers. Then the other responsibility of a consumer is reporting any fake products on the market, or if they are unsafe. For example, sometimes you find people that are selling milk and maybe they add in chocolate to make it whitish when actually they have really added in a lot of water. So as a consumer, it is your responsibility to report such cases. For example, at times actually when they added tea leaves, they added iron fillings into tea leaves. I think that was the worst thing they can do in life. That was ruining someone's life. So in case you come up with such complaints, please be able to report, because it is actually your responsibility as a consumer.
Yeah, then also to add on, as a consumer, you can also keep on supporting and sustain ethical businesses. For example, if there's like that shop you've always bought from, and for some reason you have never experienced any cheating, any fraud, the products are always of good quality. So it's also your responsibility to continue supporting that business, so that even the supplier, in that case, let's say it's the shop or the supermarket you've always been buying from, can keep on getting motivated to provide better quality products. Yeah, so it is your role to continue supporting Mama Patience's shop or wherever you get very good quality food from.
And you also have to do responsible spending. You have to spend responsibly and avoid impulse buying. Sometimes you go to market and maybe you have money and maybe these products are being sold at a low price. Yes, we know buying in bulk is actually cheap, but if these products are perishable, then I don't find it any interesting or any reason for you to go and purchase a lot of products that actually come and they go bad. And sometimes because you don't want to spend your money, you end up taking those products and actually bring yourself problems.
Yes, or you just, anyway, yeah, as Elvin said, sometimes you just feel rich. I don't know, you just feel like wasting money. You just can't be like, and it's actually happened to me like some time back. I had gone to buy something, and then I was looking, I was like, but why don't I just buy a soda? So okay, it wasn't in my plans, but because I had the money, it was really just impulsive buying. And after buying it, I even regretted, like, no, why did I just waste my money in soda? Yeah. Then I think the last responsibility as a consumer is to promote a healthy diet and lifestyle. This is really your responsibility because it's you who chooses, you're the one who buys the food. So it is really your responsibility to buy nutritious food, to buy fruits, buy those vegetables, buy some cereals, rice, cornflakes, add that milk, make sure you are nutrifying your body, yeah, you are feeding your body right, because a healthy mind lives in a healthy body, of course. And for us to be more productive, more proactive, we need to have healthy bodies, we need to eat healthy, we need to live healthy and stay healthy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. This is Elvin Voice TV. And I hope from this program that we shall really understand what consumer education is and we shall take care of our lives. Do not forget to subscribe to our channels, like and follow. We have different channels. We have YouTube, we have TikTok, we have WhatsApp. Have a good day. Bye-bye.